Hello, and today we're going to be looking at adding and subtracting integers on the number line. So let's take a look at the following example. We have when we add integers of the same sign, as in this example, we just add them together and retain the sign. So here we have both positives, we add them, they become a positive 6 here. We have both negatives, and so we add 2 and 4, we get a negative 6. When the signs are different, we take the difference and we keep the sign of the larger number. So we look here, difference between 4 and 2, this is a negative 2, positive 4. The difference between 4 and 2 is 2, but 4 is larger, so we're going to have a positive 2. Same with the second example, difference between 2 and negative 4. Now this negative is a part of 4, so we call that a negative 4, not minus 4. The difference between 2 and negative 4 is 2, but the negative 4 is larger, so we keep the sign of the negative, keep the negative sign. Let's take a look at a couple of examples. Okay, so let's look at this first example. We're going to add integers that have the same sign. Now, you see we have a negative 2 and a negative 5. We can add these in either order and we'll come up with the same thing. Let's start with 0 and we count off 2 in the negative direction. We get to negative 2. Now, to add our negative 5, we count off 5 more, same direction, and we get to a negative 7. Now, if I wanted to, I could go with the negative 5 first. I could count up to negative 5, go all the way to negative 5. Now I have to count up to negative 2. And I still arrive at the same answer. So negative 2 plus a negative 5 gives me a negative 7. Let's look at another example. This time we have two positive numbers. We're going to do the same thing. Same sign, so we add them. And this is how it's illustrated on the number line. I can start at 0 and go 3 in this direction. That's my 3. Now I want to go 4 more. That's going to take me to positive 7. Or I could have done it the other way. I could have started with 4. I'm going to go 4. Now I need to go 3 more. Same thing, positive 7. But we're just counting, so we started at 0, so we're just counting. We get to positive 7. Okay, so let's look at this example using opposite signs. We see we have a negative 6, positive 4. We go to the number line. We can start with either number. Let's start with the first number, negative 6. Negative 6, we start from 0 and count off 6 to the left in the negative direction. Now we want to add 4, and we go back 4 in the positive direction. We land at a negative 2. We could have done it the other way, just as any other examples. We could have gone 4 in the positive direction and then gone 6 in the negative direction. And we still end up at negative 2, same answer. Let's look at one more example. So in this example, just as in the last example, we have opposite signs here. We have a positive 6 and a negative 4. Positive 6, negative 4. We can start from 0, count off 6 in the positive direction. But now we have to come back in the negative direction 4. That's going to bring us to a positive 2. Or could have done it the other way. 4 in a negative direction. Go back 6 in the positive direction. Same result, positive 2. And so that's what you need to know about adding and subtracting integers. When the signs are the same, you add and keep the sign. If it's positive, you keep the positive sign. If it's negative, you keep the negative sign. When the signs are different, you subtract and take the sign of the larger number. In this case, we can see the larger number was positive, so our answer has to be positive. So that's a rule of thumb, and that's everything you need to know about adding and subtracting integers. Thank you very much. Also, if you want to learn about a number line, don't understand what the basics of a number line, click on the link in the description, and then there's a video, gives a detailed explanation of the number line, absolute value, ordering integers, fractions, and decimals.